Alright, as you can see right here, I got these two beautiful agates. Big old chunkers. And I believe these two would be great candidates for some iris. See that big old quartz center right there with all that banding going around it? Normally that's a good sign to know if you should cut your agate to see if there's some good old iris in it. And on each of them, the quartz center goes all the way through to the back. Yeah, on each of them it does that, so it's good, I guess. I think this one might actually be considered a limb cast. Because I hear sometimes when the quartz center goes all the way through it, it's a limb cast, but I guess technically you'd consider this one a limb cast then too. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I was going to do an extra agate or two, but this one's a big old chunk, and it does cost to get these bad boys cut sometimes. So I think I would just focus on these two. So I will be having these two bad boys cut from Don over at Wide Open Lapidary. And they got a shop out of Glendive, Montana. They also have a TikTok channel and Instagram and Facebook, of course, called Wide Open Lapidary. So you can check them out on all those three platforms. And on their TikTok channel, they like to do live sales and polishing and cutting of beautiful Montana agates. So you definitely got to check that out. So I suppose I'll just be getting these two beasts packed up and send them on the road. And see what we might be able to come up with. Hopefully we can get some iris out of these guys, you know? Two big old chunks of agate. Or limb cast. However you want to identify them. Alright, as you can see, we got all of our beautiful slabs back. And the agate chunks from Don over there at Wide Open Lapidary. I can't help but notice this one right here looks like it has smoky quartz in there. As you can see, there's a black spot right up in the quartz right there. I wonder if that's like a smoky quartz or something. It's pretty interesting. And check it out. Look at that hole that went all the way through this thing. Even the slabs, every one of them's got that hole through it. So they're already pre-necklace pieces. Just gotta polish them up and you got yourself a big old fancy necklace piece. I did let him keep one of the slabs from one of these bad boys, just for cutting them for us. Said he was kind enough to do it for free, since I shared one of these bad boys with him. And my hunches were right. These two big old chunks of limb cast are actually iris agates as well. So you can really see all those fine bands going around this thing. So on every single one of these pieces, see if I can get it to focus. You can see right up in here that thick layer that looks really clear. That's where the iris is occurring. And you can see a few more pieces up in there as well, where that fortification pattern goes around and it has the iris in it. I would have thought at first it was in this thick white quartz pocket, but it's not. Alright, now I got some more light on the situation. Right here in that section where it's clear, that's where all your iris is occurring. And you can see a few more layers up in there as well. This one was really weird. Look at those white spots going through there, right below the quartz pocket. You can see it just slightly going all the way around. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you can really see those little white speckles going around that quartz pocket right there. It's pretty weird. I wonder what made that occur when it was forming. Very interesting. You can make this big old chunk of necklace piece as well. Just put a good old rope through there, and you got yourself a big old limb cast necklace. With possibly a smoky quartz center. Super fancy. Yeah, both of these beautiful agates did not disappoint. There we go. Take a quick look at this big old chunk. See, right here you can see the iris sections going through it. Where the iris should be once we get this up to the light. So now I'm just going to go ahead and turn out the lights and see if we could find some iris in these bad boys. I'll try and get video of it. It can be difficult. None of these are polished, so it makes it a little harder to find the iris when they're not polished. But we should be able to see some through at least a couple slabs. I'll pick out the ones that show the iris the best, and we'll just focus on those. If I can't get the best video, I'll make sure I get pictures. Sometimes pictures are a little bit easier than video of the iris. So let's turn the camera around, turn out the lights, and look for some iris. Alright, take a look at this bad boy. It's got some crazy patterns going around it. That is just phenomenal. Right up there in that little corner, you could start to see the iris poking through. Right up in here. You can see those extra bandings where the iris is as well. It's crazy that in those little teeny bands going around this thing, it is just packed with banding in those spots, making the iris phenomenon happen with the light play that you do. Very beautiful piece. Check out those little white spots. They turned to little black spots down there. That's crazy. So once I get this bad boy polished up, all that iris will just pop. It'll be a beautiful piece. I was having a little bit of trouble with the camera focusing on this piece, but you can see the spots where the iris is supposed to be. With the pictures, they came out a little bit better. So there you go, take a look at that bad boy. Just beautiful. Definitely got to get some more slabs out of this one. Now this piece was actually working really well with the light play for me to show that iris just going all the way around that quartz pocket. These two agates have the most iris that I've ever found so far. Normally it's just little tiny pockets of iris inside the agates that I've cut, but these two have just full-blown fortification patterns just packed with iris layers. Definitely glad I picked these two to have cut. So you can see it, just the rainbow pattern just slightly changing when I kind of mess with the light. It's not easy to get the whole thing to show in the video, but on the pictures I got, they came out a little better, of course. So I definitely got to get all these slabs polished up. It's just crazy how much iris is going through these. And there's plenty of rock left for me to get at least a few more slabs out of this bad boy. So I'm definitely going to have to. I might have to take one of these slabs, cut it up for some good old rock lures with a little bit of iris in there. Or a lot of bit of iris, we should say. Well, that'll do it for today's video. We'll end it off on some beautiful pictures of some iris. So if you liked today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day.